Hi everybody. I kind of wanted to expand off of my other tobacco um, as a note video that I did where I was kind of comparing By Killian's Back to Black to Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille and basically saying that you can't really compare the two because they're two very different types of tobacco. I got quite a few of requests to kind of share some of my favorite tobacco-based fragrances that I own. And I grabbed both the designer and the niche ones that I think work best for me. Now, I will say this, for both of these designer fragrances, I don't really get the same kind of tobacco that I get out of any sort of niche tobacco fragrance. With niche, the tobacco is very prominent, very noticeable. With designer, it's almost like it's kind of difficult to detect. Even with Thierry Mugler's Pure Havane, that to me is more about honey and vanilla than it is about the tobacco leaf. Now, speaking of Pure Havane, I did not grab my bottle for this video. I apologize for that, although that is probably my favorite designer-based or tobacco-based fragrance in the designer game. But I have here two other designer fragrances that I think are very good that people think or say is very dominated with tobacco. I just don't really pick up on it. First one here is CK Shock. Excellent fragrance. Very much a vanilla, spicy, sweet fragrance. People say they get a lot of tobacco out of that. I don't really. But either way, that's a very good one. Also, this one right here, we all know this. This is Dolce & Gabbana, the One. This is one of my favorite designer fragrances of all time. And this one, to me, isn't much more than kind of a spicy, tropical blend of fruits. And so I don't really pick up any tobacco in that, but like I say, to each their own. If they pick up tobacco, that's great. Now, for the other four that I have here, I think are probably my four favorite tobacco-based fragrances that I have come across in the niche market. What they are is, and I'll do them in order of how I like them. First up is Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. This is, tobacco cigar kind of mixed with s'mores. Okay, that's what I get with the mid and the dry down. And this is just going nowhere. This is a chewy, wet cigar tobacco mixed with s'mores. And it's just almost edible. Next is By Killian's Back to Black. These two are honestly almost tied. They're very different. This one is pipe tobacco, just drenched in honey and raspberry, and it is one of the sexiest fragrances I have ever come across. I do find this more seductive than Tobacco Vanille, but I do like Tobacco Vanille better, if that makes sense. Next is L'Antichambre Le Tabac. This is a excellent pipe tobacco. Now, the thing is about this, okay, here's a little secret. This smells like Ombre Narguilé by Hermes. Ombre Narguilé, I get no tobacco with whatsoever. It translates to Hookah's Amber, I believe. And that fragrance is stunning, but I get no tobacco out of it. I get, cinnamon bun or whatever you would like to call it, I guess. This is cinnamon bun mixed with pipe tobacco, mixed with chocolate pie in the dry down. Okay, so this stuff right here is an amazing fragrance. Just amazing. I can't say enough about it. Very sweet. I feel like Ombre Narguilé, you will like that fragrance. The only difference is there is a very noticeable tobacco note in this, whereas in Ombre Narguilé I do not get tobacco at all on my skin. This is a very wet, moist, almost a chewing tobacco, pipe tobacco. It almost starts out with a whiskey brandy sort of smell, and you get the apple, the cinnamon, and the pipe tobacco. And last but certainly not least, because this is a masterpiece and very difficult to come across at this point, this is Fumerie Turk by Serge Lutens. This is also more of a pipe tobacco, but it's dry. It's a dry pipe tobacco mixed with honey. This stuff is, every time I try this, it's like I'm trying a new fragrance every single time. I get something a little bit different or pick up on something new. I think a lot of people kind of don't like this one, and I'm not really too sure why. If you don't like it, let me know why down in the comments below. I personally love it. It's definitely not my favorite tobacco-based fragrance, but it's one of the most unique ones as far as me finding something new every time I wear it. Now, if you have any questions about tobacco-based fragrances, please let me know what they are, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. I know that quite a bit of you have asked me to do this video, kind of share with you my favorite tobacco-based fragrances, and also, if you have any to recommend to me, please do so. I have found a few new fragrances that I do enjoy that were recommended to me, but I do have to say that as far as niche goes, I've tried most tobacco-based fragrances. But as far as designer goes, hey, let me know. I really don't have a whole lot of tobacco fragrances that are on the designer end. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed, and it answers any questions for you as far as tobacco goes as a note and what I like personally. For me, I like tobacco to be a more of a wet, chewy kind of tobacco, kind of like with pipe tobacco. I don't really like the more dry tobaccos like Adori's tobacco. Not into that one so much. It's too dry. Honestly, Fumerie Turk would almost be too dry for me too, but actually it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Of course, I've had that fragrance for over a year now. But you know, for me, tobacco, I like it paired with vanilla. I like it paired with fruity notes, honey, and I like it to be sweet. I don't like the drier tobaccos. That's what I look for. You're going to find that in most of these. Definitely let me know any recommendations you have, and I will talk to you all later.